Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Tonight I've got a fun video for you, especially if you're new. I think you'll enjoy it. Getting right into the first discussion, satellite is making cryptocurrencies truly global. Now I want to scroll down and get into with the new investor in mind. If you've seen it, then great. It's going to be a great reminder, like a refresher. But if you have not seen it, to me, it's still very exciting. And what we're going to start off with right here is, what is blockchain? Blockchain has become a major technology to watch in the last few years. Let's start off with this. This article did come out in 2018. So what is blockchain? Blockchain has become a major technology to watch in the last few years. The word is bandied around a lot, but not many people are aware of where it came from or how it works, except that it has something to do with Bitcoin. The first blockchain was famously conceptualized in 2008 and implemented in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto, a person or a group who to this day has remained anonymous. The first blockchain system was a core component of Bitcoin, where it acts as the public ledger for every transaction. Since then, other entities have come on board with their own blockchain technologies for use in other cryptocurrencies or related systems. A blockchain is a continuously growing list of records or blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography, and each block usually contains a hash pointer as a link to a previous block, a timestamp, and transaction data. That means that by design, blockchains are resistant to data modification. In the words of the Harvard Business Review, blockchain is an open, distributed ledger that can record transactions between two parties efficiently and in a verifiable and permanent way. For use as a distributed ledger, a blockchain is managed by a peer-to-peer network, collectively adhering to a protocol for validating new blocks. Blockchains are, in fact, a distributed computing system delivering a decentralized consensus, making them suitable for recording events. Okay, I went a little extensive into that, because again, the thought of that was for the new investor in mind. And what I want to get into now is, most people who think of blockchain think of Bitcoin, as the article even states, right in your face. But that is a great point, because the new reference, because they're trying to get away from the bad stigma of the word blockchain, the bad stigma of the word crypto or Bitcoin. Bitcoin being the most energy consumptive asset available, whereas, for example, the hybrids like XRP are one of the most green of the digital assets, extreme end to end of the spectrum. But having said that, cryptocurrencies are the stigma version, where the new terminology is fading that out and leaning towards what we say as digital assets, whereas blockchain is being phased out and the new replacement is distributed ledger technology. So you can even see back in 2018, they began that little, I guess you could say, planting that seed for this to start taking place, as you can see now. So if you look back at older articles, you're going to see a lot of Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain. As you look into the new articles, you're going to see digital assets and distributed ledger technology, or DLT. So moving right up into just above here, you're going to see that in this article they're mentioning actually Ripple, and that's the whole point of this discussion. Also, too, I want to say thanks to Zach Roros for sending this older article, but it is a great article for exactly this reason. Let's scroll back over here. Financial institutions, while outspokenly cynical on the topic of Bitcoin and its ilk, have nevertheless also jumped on board with the new technologies. For example, Ripple, a real-time gross settlement system, the RTGS, and the currency exchange and remittance network, is built upon a distributed open-source internet protocol, consensus ledger, and native cryptocurrency called Ripple's XRP. And back when they were OpenCoin and became Ripple Labs, The currency was Ripple's, which then became XRP. And then Ripple Labs started calling themselves Ripple. So that's kind of how it gets a little confusing if you've been here for a while and you may hear someone say something in that reference. If you're new and you get confused, are you talking about the company? Are you talking about the currency? The actual company is Ripple Labs, and the currency is actually now called XRP, but Ripple Labs now refers to themselves as Ripple. So Ripple claims to enable secure, instantly, and near-free global financial transactions of any size with no chargebacks. It is increasingly being adopted by banks, payment networks, and companies such as UniCredit, UBS, and Santander. So that was a great article with that. Now what I want to do, since this article was about satellites, is bring up NASA is to launch Bitcoin to the moon, and space agency seeks crypto experience. Could experience with cryptocurrency help you become a better space scientist? NASA seems to think so. The U.S. Aeronautics Agency is looking for a big data scientist and specifically mentions that experience with cryptocurrency and blockchain could help you get the job. Now, what I'm going from there is NASA actually had one like a presentation which actually mentions the top 5 cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, Litecoin, and here we have Ripple. Again, right there. It's pretty cool to see as you have them in the satellite directly to NASA. And then I want to bring up the U.S. Navy chip development will be made possible with Ripple. The U.S. Navy hired a Danish tech company to help them develop a microchip that will be implantable with the help of Ripple blockchain. So I just thought that was a pretty cool connection where we have satellites, NASA, and the U.S. Navy, and one of the greatest movies, Top Gun. And actually, I do hear the new one is coming out pretty soon, and I'll check that out. I want to finish off this video with a tweet from Chris Larson earlier today. As some of you may have noticed, I moved an XRP wallet to NYDIG. I've known the founders for a while and am impressed by their security and top-notch institutional standards. And this is truly Custody 2.0. Check them out at NYDIG. So we did. We clicked on the link to check them out. NYDIG is providing the full suite of digital asset services to premier institution and sophisticated investors. And it seems like it's very similar to what we know as PolySign. They have unmatched digital asset expertise, asset management, prime brokerage, private wealth management, white label solutions, and enabled by a world-class digital asset platform built fully in-house. They have secure custody, execution, and derivatives, financing and research, and who we serve, a trusted partner of respected organizations around the globe. And each category has subcategories, but the institutional allocators, asset managers, banks, high net worth, digital asset companies, and philanthropies. About us, we understand the unique needs of professional investors. You have our leadership and Benjamin Losky, a familiar name, right on the head of regulatory affairs. Their history: they say necessity is the mother of invention when Stone Ridge Asset Management, a $10 billion USD alternatives asset manager, could not find an institutional quality provider of digital asset products. NYDIG was born. So I wanted to share that as to me, that's very exciting. We've come a long way, and yet we just continue to launch into space, literally with satellites, with NASA, and with the U.S. Navy. And I want to leave you with a final thought. Don't downgrade your dream just to fit your reality. Upgrade your conviction to match your destiny. And remember, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Much love, and we'll catch you in the next one.